If you don't come in on Clever, then you're marked absent. And then you got to get on Clever first before you go to Google. And then they want you to draw on Google. And so how do you draw on Google? How do you draw a picture? How can I do this? I don't know how to do this. And so how do I make sure? And like you say, the children know, they know, but then how do you know that your child is doing what they're supposed to do if you don't know? So the virtual learning tour was very exciting for me because I learned to do so. I could tell my child, no, you didn't do this right because this is what you do. I can tell my child was marked absent this morning. She was in class, but she did not go through Clever. She knows she's supposed to go through Clever to get marked, that you were there. So all of these things that we learn how to navigate the system, how to navigate, how to go into your reading journal and your writing journal, and what are you supposed to do in there? And then how do you turn it in? How do you find out what your child is missing? So to have a virtual tour and learn these things for the parents need to know this, because then it makes it easier for us. It makes it takes away the challenge of the virtual learning. So that was that was one of the things that really helped me a lot, because I felt like my school was not only addressing my child, but they were addressing their family, the whole family. My child doesn't come from a family with a mom that's, knows all of the new things, the new technology and everything. My child is in a home with a grandparent that does not know that. And so for the school to address it all was a big thing for me and my family. And then I was able to help other grand families in my community be able to navigate the system also, because I stay in a community with 49 other grandparents that are raising their grandchildren.
That is so powerful. And I'm just going to make you continue, because I know that you actually helped to start that community. Is that right? Can you just
Yes.
talk a little bit about that? I mean, you don't have to tell us the whole story of how you started it, but just tell us about that community.
Well, I thought that we needed affordable housing for grand families. And when I found out how many there were in DC, I addressed that. And so now we have 50 units of grand families, 52 and 3 bedroom units that house grand families. But I will say, in thinking about housing, I never thought about all the other things that we would need to go along with it, all of the support services that we would need to go along with that type of community. So with having learning, I'm in a learning experience, because I'm learning there's so many things that we need, like technology. So when I addressed the mayor, I says, well, the children, y'all getting computers for the children, but the seniors, we don't know how to use them either. So the bank, community bank, came in and provided computers for the adults. So we have our own computers to learn on now. So, we get in classes and we're learning. We're going to keep up with our babies, because we want our babies to be the best too. Yeah. So we're learning. And this has been a really good experience for us, because we have been able to increase our knowledge. And now we're more connected with our schools, because we've had to call them more. Well, Johnny's not doing his work. And why is Johnny just sitting here? And so now we have a lot more communication with our schools. We're calling them more, they're calling us more. So, like I said, addressing that whole family, because different families, there's families that have disabilities. People in them with disabilities is the head of the household. And so we have to address them as well as we address the children. So I'm putting that out there to the principals that's out here. And thanks for all you guys do to try to help us to get through this.
Yes. And somebody has put in the chat, they wanted you to say the name of the community.
Sure, it's Plaza West Grand Families Program.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the work you're doing.